Hello there once again, it's your old pal Locke the Bounty Hunter, and on today's very special episode, we need to cover the subject of theft. Now, something has been brought to my attention, and that is the channel MGTOW Alpha has been stealing my written content for months. Now, we are not talking about the use of the clips that I pull from the internet. Anybody can use those. Those are fair use, and I have absolutely no problem with content creators using the clips that I pull. However, we are not talking about that today. We are talking about written material that has been plagiarized. Now, if this name sounds familiar to you, it's because this channel has received regular coverage on Legion of Men. Now, for the record, this is not a diss on Bo Refik or his channel. I am not accusing Bo Refik or Legion of Men of plagiarism. I am fairly certain that this guy had no idea this was happening. In fact, I'm fairly certain Bo Refik has no idea that I even exist. I am not doing this for any kind of mainstream exposure. The only reason why I bring up Legion of Men is out of principle. MGTOW Alpha has not only been stealing my material for months, but has also been directly profiting and benefiting from my work without my consent or any form of credit whatsoever. Now, accusing another content creator of theft is no laughing matter, and it's not something that I take lightly. I have the receipts, so please bear with me as I prove that MGTOW Alpha is a content thief. So let's not waste any more time and get this done. First receipt we have is from the video Modern Women Rejected a Good Man and Now She Regrets It. This was posted on October 21st, 2023. And for the sake of brevity, I'm going to be posting in clips from my video Woman Embarrasses Herself with Her Demands, which was posted on October 9th, 2023.
A woman wants is to be desired. Am I wrong?
There is something missing here. Modern Women made it abundantly obvious that regular men should not approach them. We were not permitted to speak with you. We were prohibited from walking anywhere in your vicinity.
You're forgetting something here. Modern Women made it abundantly clear that us regular men were not to come anywhere near you. We weren't allowed to talk to you. We weren't allowed to walk anywhere in your general vicinity. Christ, we're not even allowed to glance in your general direction.
Now you have the audacity to accuse us for not approaching you after you specifically instructed us not to. How in the world does that function? How about that? Don't attempt a response because I wouldn't want your cranium to ache from such critical thought.
Beautifully, now you have the nerve to blame us for not approaching you after you told us not to? How the hell does that work? Yep, you know what? Don't bother trying to answer because I wouldn't want your head to hurt from such critical thinking. This is coming from the same set of videos as before. However, I'd like you to pay close attention to the egregious theft of my content on this one because it's fairly blatant.
You should have visited Skeeter's residence yesterday, as we were all there because Skeeter had recently installed an axe range in his backyard. We were in preparation for the county fair. It's a shame you weren't there because it was incredible. I'm fairly certain I could smooth things over with Skeeter and give you his address so you can find a guy, but I don't want to die alone because it's no joy.
Oh man, you missed it. You should have went to Skeeter's house yesterday because we were all hanging out there because Skeeter just installed an axe range in his backyard. We were training for the county fair. It really sucks you weren't there because it was awesome. I'm pretty sure I could smooth things over with Skeeter and get you his address so you can get a guy, but I simply don't want to. Have fun dying alone. This next clip comes from the same video. However, it was taken from an earlier video of mine, Modern Women Humiliate Themselves When Exposed to Logic. This one was posted on October 3rd, 2023.
Of divorce, it's common knowledge that the wife will receive as much support as feasible from her friends and family. Therefore, if your friends and family are flocking to your spouse for support, you've messed up. As an intergalactic bounty hunter, however, I take pride in allowing women to excavate their own graves in terms of posting.
You know, it's common knowledge that when it comes to the subject of divorce, the friends and family will almost certainly flock to the wife to give her as much support as humanly possible. So if the friends and family are flocking to the husband for support, you know you done screwed up. But as an intergalactic bounty hunter, I pride myself in allowing women to dig their own graves when it comes to posting cringe on the internet for the entire planet to see.
This woman believes she has outwitted the entire internet by remaining ambiguous. Lady, you are simultaneously weeping, recording, cringing for social media, and driving. I've encountered infants with brain injuries who were more intelligent than you.
This is a woman who thinks she has outsmarted the entire internet by keeping things vague. Lady, you are crying, recording cringe for social media, and driving all at the same time. I have met toddlers with brain injuries who are smarter than you.
Do you honestly believe that playing the strong and independent woman card is a smart idea? Because that says a great deal. Lady, you claim that your spouse brought up the topic of divorce, yet you're the one discussing how you'd be fine if you left. There is no possibility of reconciling and attempting to save the marriage. You immediately suggest that you will leave your spouse if he doesn't change for the better. It would be preferable if you simply confessed that you desired social media support in order to justify breaking your oath and vows and hooking up with Chad.
Do you honestly think it's a good idea to play the strong and independent woman card? Because that speaks volumes, lady. You claim that your husband was the one who brought up divorce, yet you're the one who's talking about how if you left, you would be fine. There's no bringing up the idea of mending fences and trying to make the marriage work. You immediately bring up the idea that if your husband doesn't change for you, then you're just gonna up and leave. It would be nice if you just admitted that you wanted the social media support so you could justify abandoning your oath, breaking your vows, and hooking up with Chad. This next example comes from MGTOW Alpha's video, Modern Woman Freaks Out Because She Gets Ignored by Man, and that was posted December 13th, 2023. And next to that will be my video, Woman Freaks Out When She Gets Ignored. That was posted on December 9th, 2023.
There have been huge changes in society, and women are now trained to hate every man who isn't Chad. This means that the average man has to walk through a minefield all the time, because any mistake will be seen as either sexist, male-centered, or a hate crime.
Thanks to colossal shifts in society and with women being weaponized to hate every single man who isn't Chad, your average everyday man has been more or less forced to walk through a perpetual minefield where any misstep will be taken as either misogynistic, patriarchal, or some kind of a hate crime.
You should drink a lot less canned wine. There is no such thing as a strong, independent woman who is ready to pay for her own food. That sounds about as real as the Loch Ness Monster, along with the idea that taxes are good for everyone.
Wow, lady, you really need to cut back on the boxed wine. There is no such thing as a strong and independent woman who is willing to pay for her own dinner tab. That's about as mythical as the Loch Ness Monster and the idea that taxes actually benefit the general public.
People don't worry that they'll upset a chick if they don't offer to pay the bill because a woman will emasculate a man if he doesn't pay the whole thing.
Men aren't worried that they're going to offend a chick by not offering to pay the tab because a woman will straight up emasculate a man if he doesn't agree to pay the bill in full.
You're too focused on how you want to be handled like a lady. You only talk about what you want, how you'd like to be seen, and the kind of man you'd like. But you won't even say why you'd be a good match for a guy. Some of the main reasons guys have left are these. You only see us as service providers.
Because you're too focused on how you want to be treated like a lady. All you talk about is what you want, how you want to be treated, and how you want a man, but at no point are you even willing to bring up why you would be a good match for a guy. This is one of the biggest reasons why men have checked out. You only see us as providers. This next example comes from MGTOW Alpha's video, Modern Woman Divorced Her Husband and Instantly Regret It Because He Moved On, posted on December 8th, 2023, and my video entitled Wife Destroys Her Marriage with One Video, which was posted on November 27th, 2023.
Here's a question for you. If men judge each other for not attracting women, what does it imply when a woman struggles to attract a man?
Okay, then here's a question for you, princess. If men consider each other losers for not being able to get a woman, what does that say about a woman not being able to get a man?
History with partners doesn't make you an expert on men. In fact, it might indicate a lack of understanding.
Woman, just because you spent your life playing musical chairs with Chad's bed doesn't make you an expert on men. If anything, it means you know next to nothing about us. I honestly think that's enough evidence to prove my point. I do have countless other examples of this channel stealing from me directly. However, I don't think any more is really necessary at this juncture. And I'm not the only one. MGTOW Alpha has been stealing written material from multiple YouTube channels for the last couple of months. And all of us work incredibly hard and put in a lot of man hours to create quality content for you guys, and it's not right for one channel just to swoop in, steal our written material, pass it off as his own, and gets to reap the benefits of our hard work. MGTOW Alpha has broken one of the cardinal rules, and that is you do not steal another man's content. The use of my clips, that is completely different. If you have an idea or you're inspired to do something from the clips that I pull from the internet, absolutely, by all means, that is fair use. Feel free to use use those. However, I draw the line when the work that I put into these videos is being stolen for profit. That is not cool. And I just want to say for the record that I have not extracted any joy from making this video. Far from it. I would rather be creating funny videos, making you guys laugh, and just having a good time at the circus of absurdity that is 21st century Western culture. That's what I want to do. However, when somebody is stealing my work and profiting from that theft, I am compelled to do something. And so hopefully I never have to do another one of these videos again. I sincerely hope not. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled content starting tomorrow. Once again, gentlemen and gents, thank you so much for bearing with me on this video. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing the channel. Thank you for giving the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you once again, and until next time, peace out, homies.